We are ready to play now. Mixed doubles, Jessie Irvine gets us started. Let's play pickleball.
Point.
It's a lovely start for Gabe.
Coming in hot, point one, doing what he does.
These teams have played twice and they've split at them, so there's confidence to be had on both sides. J-Dub, where's your short angle overhead winner that everyone loves?
He knows everyone has a bead on
yes.
it, and he is mixing up his locations, which is exactly what he should do. Okay.
Second serve.
Jessie Irvine ready with the counter attack. I mean, that's Jorja Johnson power coming your way. Jessie Irvine
not impressed.
Not impressed in the slightest.
Oh, she's there for the ATP. So what a couple of rallies in a row for Jessie Irvine.
She hits it hard.
She hits the ATP harder than
if the angle is there, just slap it flat with all the pace.
Point.
This return from Georgia, 2-0 for Gabe and Jessie. Georgia and J-Dub won 11-2 in the third in Mesa earlier this year, so it did go 3.
Second serve.
The classic Jessie Irvine full send through the middle, no spin. That one did not get down in time.
I mean, for having no spin, she makes it quite often, but that one was not particularly close. I like that from Gabe. Did not work out, but he needs to be a wild man for his team and put maximum pressure on the Johnsons in this matchup.
0-2-1.
Yes, Gabe and Jessie won in Utah in 24 on their march, to a title.
That's exactly right. I was calling that match, and we had a bit of Gabe on the right during that match too. So, you know, I don't expect to see a quick hook with that right here, but if the score line gets lopsided, maybe we could see Gabe on the right.
Point.
Yeah, that is a pattern that Jessie must win.
Must.
Yeah, at least in terms of an unforced errors perspective.
Yeah, I mean, her mentality is just make balls.
Yeah.
Second serve.
Great deep return from Jessie. Yeah, it's going to be interesting when they're on odd, that being Jessie and Gabe, whether they unwind. She was doing more of that in MLP, actually.
And almost overcooking that counterattack, but almost seems like her movement has improved in her 30s. So that is surprising. She's playing more singles. Probably MLP has something to do with that, so she's ready for Dream Breakers. But I think that movement is helping her unwinding the stack.
Oh, my.
Side out.
I mean, it gets to you so quickly. Georgia has incredibly fast hands, but she cannot get the paddle out of the way.
Johnson sneak back in front here. Again, quarterfinal Friday.
Second serve.
And the one-e from Georgia just keeps getting better.
I mean, the Johnsons do what they do. She handles the guys, what they throw at her as well as anyone. JW just locks down his 60%. Such a fun team.
And there is the shot back through the middle, but here's the deal. The Wizards got the potion.
Yes, yes, he
got that the heck on out of there.
I mean, of course, they're siblings. They pair well together, but even the styles and everything. JW needs a partner like Georgia, so he doesn't have to worry about coming over and taking 75%. He can just play in his perfect happy place.
And she will will him into the fight because she is the energy of this team. Watch out on grandstand.
Yeah, that's the type of point that Gabe Tardio has to play. And he can do that. As you know, a lot of players would be out of their comfort zone needing to take so much or have such a responsibility of the offense for their team. That's not Gabe Tardio.
Point.
And in the era of all this topspin cut to cut here across court.
Yes.
6-2 lead here for the Johnsons.
Yeah, Jorja really likes that cut forehand dink and the short hop.
Point.
Incoming flick wizard, 7-2.
7-2. Side out. Two, 7-1.
Yeah, interesting in this pattern for Jessie because her favorite speed up has gone long and been destroyed by JW Johnson when she has fired.
Oh, Gabe.
Second serve.
He was lurking the whole time, but couldn't get that up and down.
Yeah, he's going to have to step over. And, you know, that was a tough one to execute, but I really don't have a problem with it. He's going to have to force it or get close to forcing it at times.
2-7-2.
I don't think that was a warning, just not ready for play there.
Point.
Yeah, and that is the one time that Jorja will go to topspin on her dink is out of the air.
3-7-2.
What a get from Jessie. Can't get to the next one, though.
Side out.
A little more aggressive in the middle there from J-Dub.
Timeout receiver.
He's a spot picker. He's not as much of a lurker.
He's on court over there on grandstand in a battle of his own to get through to the semis and mixed up early against Dylan Frazier and Jade Kawamoto.
One of the first change of directions on a dink from Jessie right there.
Point.
And she likes the pattern. She likes the strategic play. So the fact that she's going, you know, 90+% to Jorja was a point of emphasis before the match for her.
Oh, what a save with crazy spin by Jessie, and then can't come up with the easy one.
That's pickleball in a nutshell.
Is it ever?
Yeah, you can't have a better dig right before the missed dink.
9-3. Johnson's just so solid.
Point.
Just kisses one up the line, and we are at game point.
10-3-1.
And that is deep. So after a nice little start for Jessie and Gabe, it is all about the bro and the sis. 11-3 with ease. What a shot by Gabe Tardio, down the line and kisses it.
I was about to say, Johnson's doing a great job of not giving Gabe Tardio anything to work with. They didn't give him much to work with on the last shot either, and he still pulls out some world-class offense.
He got one crayon in the side of a cardboard box to color with, and he made a Picasso.
Second serve. 0-0-2. Side out.
Jessie's been great with the first one and then hasn't been able to get the second one back in a couple of times, which is usually so solid. We'll keep an eye on that.
She's normally very salty in the midcourt.
Second serve.
And often plays off the line, too. Yes. But just that JW threat, she's a little further back than normal. I don't blame her for that.
I don't either. There's a flick wizard in front of you. And that's why her middle name is freaking right there. Beautiful through the middle from Jorja Johnson.
Like, I don't believe in jinxes, Dave, but just where have the errors gone for Jorja? They're almost non-existent. Same level of offense, power, and hand speed with no freebies going to the other side.
And her brother has cleaned up the mess of the backhand on the bounce, too, at the kitchen. So kudos to the work they've done.
A lot of reps, a lot of court time with each other.
Yes. Yeah, we talked to J-Dub about that, and he said, you're darn right I worked on it.
Side out.
Nice pace from a full stretch from Gabe Tardio.
It's nice to have the Inspector Gadget arms. Yeah. Just that didn't seem like a ball he could get to, and he hits a winner.
Go.
Second serve.
It's about the most emotion you'll see from Gabe Tardio. Kind lightly smacking it off of the video board.
Point.
Just wide for J-Dub there on the board here in game 2.
1-2-2. Point.
It is funny that we did mention that. Loose errors from Jorja and backhand dink from J-Dub. And that wasn't, he was going for his dink. He was trying to create something. That's different than just missing a standard ball.
Side out.
Yes, the one Jorja missed was a loose error.
That was a loose error.
Yes.
2-2-1.
Good night. Once it's up, forget about it.
He's moving forward, and the ball is above his waist. It might not be on that specific ball, but in the next 3, you're going down.
Yes.
3-2-1.
And even that point is a good one for amateurs. Like, you don't have to put the first one away. Unless you're Gabe Tardio and you want to jump the corner and hit an impressive Ernie.
Yeah, even in the Ben Johns interview with Gabe yesterday, said you can count on Gabe to hit a few clean winner speed ups. That man doesn't need a combination like most of the rest of the field.
Side out.
Yeah.
Man, alive, did he get baited?
Yes. That's exactly what happened. And I think JW, if there's ever a time to speed up a two-hander off the bounce, that was it. That dink sat up high. Jorja a bit worried to go back behind Gabe after an Ernie. Sticking with this cross-court pattern. Yeah.
And then mixes it up more inside the court and pays the price again.
Yeah, but even Gabe, like, just good balance. He's looking for an Ernie. She plays it to the non-Ernie spot, and he finds forehand offense in an awkward position.
Second serve.
That's a nice shutdown there from JW. And even though it came back quicker than he hit it, I still think that that is an okay speed up for Gabe Tardio in this matchup. Has to be aggressive. We are grinding on Humana Championship court, Dave. Oh, until
Jessie.
I opened my mouth.
Yeah, if you could just keep your trap shut, we'd still be playing here. Loud outburst on grandstand as Diescu and Pisnik tape game one over Jade Kawamoto and Dylan Frazier. What a get from Jorja. My goodness, JFJ.
And no hesitation either. Great dig, immediately springing forward to find offense.
Adam, I'm running backwards after, if I'm lucky enough to dig that first one, which I'm probably not.
Second serve.
And 3 of these 4, Jessie, not living in South Florida, have played a lot of pickleball together.
A lot. I mean, I'm talking thousands of hours.
And that catches.
I mean, what's that, Dave? That's geometry.
Yes,
that's what that
exactly
is.
what
The
it
only
is.
spot on the court with that trajectory that it can drop in is exactly where Jorja hit it.
Kids, go to math class. I know there's graduations going on last couple of days of school. Couple great saves in the middle of that, but it's Jorja who's just cranked the O up a little bit here. Now they've got the lead here in game 2 against Spot in semifinal Saturday at stake here. Great power from Gabe.
Side out. Four, 5-1. Second serve.
Yeah, as soon as JW Johnson put his head down, Gabe Tardio made a move and couldn't quite get there. Johnson looking to target Jessie Irvine, who was well further back than Tardio.
Point.
But he instant redemption.
Indeed. Got there with ease on the next one.
5-5-2. Point.
Sibling clank, and right back to Gabe and Jessie with the lead. Again, this team has won twice on tour. This is no joke.
Jeez.
Point.
Just relentless pressure.
How do you get it away from him on the I mean, maybe with the dinks, but once the firefight starts, there is almost
surging Tardio and Irvine. Finally found an angle.
Is JW good at commanding the kitchen line and not letting go?
Checking all my notes.
5-7-1.
Yes.
Yes. Yes, he is.
It's a joke. And plenty of margin. There was nothing even close to missing there. Gabe thought it was over.
Gabe knew he messed up.
Jessie saved one of them.
Gabe's like, oh, dang it.
Gabe's like, yes, I'll clean my room. I messed it up. Oh, no. Oh, I mean, I say it every time they play together. It's there. It just doesn't happen that often.
Pick those spots.
What a move from J-Dub.
7-7-1.
Yeah, that was all the way over,
Yeah.
80%.
Oh, my. It sits on the net and rolls over. And then got way too much of the next dink, and that actually surprised Jessie.
Yeah, that's right. Force him into a decision. I don't think that's exactly what Jorja was trying to do, but I think that it did throw off the timing of Jessie Irvine.
Point.
And there's a little look over at Gabe like, how in the world did you not take that one? And that was another bit of evidence for why Jessie does not like to unwind, too.
9-7-1.
She did say my bad after that look, though.
Okay.
So that's good.
That's good.
Second serve.
And it's all about where you put the ball to keep yourself out of a bad spot there, too. Huge chance. Got to get a hold here. They'll be staring down a match point against.
Point.
And unwinding the stack and partner protection all put together that created the problem. And the Johnsons roar back to a match point here.
10-7-2.
Great pressure to save it.
Seven, 10-1. Point.
Just got too much of it. Wasn't even remotely fooled.
8-10-1.
Wow, Gabe. Look at this showdown.
Point.
Jorja frustrated. Gabe gets it done. 9-10 on a 1.
He was behind that entire exchange until he won the point. What hand speed. Both sides of the body, back and forth.
Gets one to bounce at least. Can they get another one to bounce? They do. Oh, hooks it, and it might have been just wide from Jorja there. And it's going to take more than 11. What a battle.
That's what happens when you get 5 slams in a row back. Your opponents try to go for a little too much.
Just kisses. And that threw him off just a little bit. And after saving a match point against less than a minute and a half ago, they have a game point to force 3.
11-10-1.
And that goes wide, and my goodness, double 180 there. That's really good from Jessie and Gabe. Let's see how they start, carry that momentum over here in game 3.
Point.
And the Flick Wizard had it set at the wrong settings there as he catches the tape.
1-0-2.
Big time power from Jorja after an awesome dig in the midcourt from Jessie Irvine.
And apologize the entire way back for just absolutely clobbering Gabe.
Point.
I mean, she's a special one, Dave.
Yes,
I mean, the technique it's unique.
It's her own.
The style of play, the power that she possesses, so much fun to watch.
1-1-1. Point.
Yep, Gabe, that was you.
A little too much flow with the shoulders there from Gabe Tardio, which at times can be his superpower, but this time let him down.
Yeah, I like when we get the flow and then the full go after.
That's right. That's right.
Point.
Jorja screamed out and then didn't have enough time to turn around and call it. J-Dub saw it deep, and it was, and 3 quick ones.
I thought that was Jessie that called out. Maybe I'm wrong.
Okay. Well, that one's out.
Yeah, that
might be right.
One's out.
The exchange was so fast. She might have been calling one of Jorja's out. That's very fair point.
3-1-2.
Whoever said it really said it,
yes,
though.
they were committed. Now that I think of the octave, I think that might have been Jessie. And I have no idea how Jessie got away with that, but it worked. So 3 for the Johnsons.
Yeah, she's happy with herself. She should be.
1-3-1.
Oh, my. Stood there for the picture on the top of the tape. And now it goes deep. I mean, you want to talk about striking a pose. I want to see that again, Truck.
1-3. I'll recall. 1-3-2. Side out.
Let's see that hang out on the top of the tape here.
3-1-1.
Sometimes you think you have 3 wishes left in your genie bottle, Adam. What a dig from Jorja. Oh, and then J-Dub can't come up with the next one.
J-Dub.
3-1-2.
Look at that thing just stay on the net. That was awesome. Thank you, Truck. Each one of these cuts reverses the spin on the ball, too. We've got a picker and a lurker. Longest point of the match. Who's going to jump in? And a lob. Can Jessie get him back in? The answer is no. So how about that? We haven't even really seen a lob in this match. Adam.
No, I believe that's number 1. But, man, you have to be so fine up at the kitchen. The locations of the ding, of course, execution and having a couple opportunities here and there have been the difference, but not any massive strategic changes.
Well, you knew the boat was taking on more and more water throughout that one.
Yeah, each one. Watching Gabe during that point was pretty funny, too. He kind of turned to the side, back forward as each ball came back. Dire situation.
It's like Grandpa dancing at a wedding up there.
Side out.
Good hold there to not have to switch down 5. The question is, what will the deficit be, or could they perhaps make another nice run and have the lead?
1-5-1.
Oh my, they clank the paddles and it goes through.
And
Gabe's confused as to why Jessie didn't hit that.
I don't think there were words spoken, but there was a lot of nonverbal communication between those two after that one.
They tell me like nonverbal is 90%. Wow.
Side out.
Jorja just stood there and said, just all you got, I'm good.
5-1-1.
So no points added. And they do get the big lead after another patient point where...
Dave, I'm sticking with my statement. They're just going to be totally flat, bright and white.
Yeah.
Joking.
That's sarcasm font, everybody.
But David and Tuio Natoa played very well yesterday and very aggressive.
Yes.
Very aggressive, which is important.
Yes, full Dragonetta in their mix. She's through to the semis with Christian Alshon, so look out. Oh, my goodness.
I was wondering who was going to do it, Dave.
It was Jorja.
And I don't think she should have in general, but it worked out that time.
Wow. Wow, and Rock, you like a hurricane, J-Dub. Not something we see a lot from him, but he was there.
And got low.
And what a response from losing a game point in game number 2, or excuse me, a match point even. Tough break off the net, and this has gotten one-sided quickly. As I mentioned, the last time they played, it was 11-2 in the third for the Johnsons, and this has a very similar scoreline potential.
9-1-2. Point.
Fouled off onto the canopy, and we have such a good view. This ball is sitting on the canopy.
That's not coming back.
And it isn't going anywhere. I just have a feeling it's going to make an appearance in the middle.
Oh, we had a tall gentleman.
Wow.
Tall patron poked it over the top. We'll see if we get that same ball back.
I can assure you if I was playing, we would. There we go. All right. We're perched high above, so we had a good view of all those shenanigans.
10-1-2.
Match point number 2, but first one in this game. Man, the net has been good to the Johnsons. But not
side
there,
out.
so side out. So, well, saving a match point against at 10-9 is a little, or 10-7, I believe, is a lot different than 10-1. Let's see if they can chip away.
Dave, I need 5, and that's not a good start.
No, if you need 5, 5 on a 2, it's been done.
It's been done.
Just blows that right past Jessie, and
match point.
You got 0. So match point 3.
10-1-1.
Great shot from Jessie.
Second serve. Match point.
Okay, match point 4. Third here in game 3.
10-1-2.
And Jorja Johnson ropes it through the middle, and the Johnsons just keep on trucking, baby. 11-1 in the third.